Matters Media.
Hello, your computer has virus.
Oh, drat these computers. They're so naughty.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Say what?
Hey everyone, this is Kenny McCormick, CEO of Keltic Fish and your host of Geek Speak, sponsored by Datto. Thank you for listening at 1060 AM KFOY or on the web at americamatters.us. Now let's get to the show.
Hello, your computer has virus.
Oh, drat these computers. They're so naughty.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Say what?
Hey everyone, this is Kenny McCormick, CEO of Keltic Fish and your host of Geek Speak, sponsored by Datto. Thank you for listening at 1060 AM KFOY or on the web at americamatters.us. Now let's get to the show. Hey everyone. Obviously I got a new intro. Don't you guys love it? I do. We had to play it twice for you. That's how great it was. So anyways, today I have a very special guest. She's amazing, beautiful. Obviously, for those who are on Facebook and if we're on YouTube today, you can see this beautiful face. Say hi to Krystal McCormick. Hang on.
Hello.
She is my wife, so please be nice.
Best behavior.
Best behavior, yes. I must be. All right. As she knows, and she yelled at me for saying I was going to do it anyways, but I'm going to do it. Rapid fire questions, hon.
Okay, I'm kind of ready.
Yeah, you're cheating. You stole my notes.
I did.
All right. What is your full name?
Krystal Mariah Fisher McCormick.
Yeah. You had to put the Fisher in.
Yeah, that's my maiden name.
Yes.
That's where I come from.
Yes, true. What is your business name?
Keltic Fish, L.L.C.
What is your profession?
I was joking around that I'm the CEO of our family and CFO of our company. So, mom and accountant.
Perfect. Yes, we know who wears the pants in the family.
Her. Who hands out allowances. You know.
Her. All right. Previous kinds of jobs.
Mostly accounting, but I've done some retail and even like food prep. I was wondering if you even knew that. I worked at Great America,
yeah,
one of my first jobs.
You got fired
for
being too young.
Oh yeah, I did.
Gosh, the things you learn over the years. So I know you have a very handsome husband and 3 beautiful kids. So you want to tell me anything else about your beautiful family? Like maybe like when did you marry your husband?
That's a loaded question. November time frame. It was a stressful season. No, but we got married in November. I want to say, was it 02?
I don't know.
Or 03, 02. I don't know, something like that. So it's been a little while. And we have 3 great kids, Camden, Kinley, and Kieran. So 10, 7, and 5. They'll all be in school this year.
Is it Kinley 8?
Oh, yeah, she's 8. Shh, don't tell her. Mom made a mistake.
Now you guys see where I get it. Just saying. She's the blonde one, but I act like it.
I do have a legitimate excuse.
Well, good. Who's your favorite superhero and why?
So that's where I don't like your questions because I don't really have one. I kind of like X-Men and Wolverine, and I grew up with Batman, so they were fun.
Oh, okay. What are your hobbies?
Well, I love reading, so that's what gets me up in the morning is some time by myself and reading a good book, and what I do when I follow kids around the yard.
That works. What keeps you up at night?
Probably our kids.
Yes.
Like, of course I worry about their welfare, but mainly it's because they wake me up, so that's what keeps me up at night.
True. At least it's not my snoring anymore.
Oh, that's not on there.
Gotta love the CPAP. The biggest geek you'd want to have drinks with?
I've been thinking about this for like 30 minutes, and I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of really amazing people, and when I leave, I'll start thinking about them, but like right now, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I'm kind of boring.
Yeah, that's why I love you. Apple or Android phone.
Apple.
Need to get you switched.
Nope, never.
Mac or PC?
Mac.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I do like PC.
I was like, what?
I was just going to say that to scare you.
I was like,
PC.
when did you get a Mac?
No, I like PCs.
You could have bought one and I didn't know.
You never know.
You hide the checking account from me.
Totally.
Nope. How old were you when you got your first computer?
I think I was like 12 or 13. And it was my uncle who was in IT at the time. And he was like, Krystal has to have a computer. And I had like, I don't know, some really old game on it. I remember dial-up. It was a great time.
Awesome. DC or Marvel?
Oh, so I don't know which one is Batman and which one's X-Men.
Batman is DC. Marvel is...
A little bit of both, okay?
There you go. Favorite board game? You have to know this one.
Yeah, totally. I love Monopoly. I liked, being the person with all the money, and I liked doling out the money, and I liked that part. I liked the money.
Yep. Well, that's what she does. I mean, she even does it today.
Yep, even as a kid.
Yes. So now we're going to get to the news. So we'll get back. All right. So, Krystal, Dunkin', or Krispy Kreme. Almost got the wrong donut place.
Donut.
They have a new donut that is an Xbox donut. It's going to be sold at Krispy Kreme stores, in their cabinets, and online in the UK.
So is it like just a square donut?
No, it's a circle and it has their logo
Okay.
on it.
Oh.
And it's the UK and Ireland are getting them it'll be sold from August 2nd to the 22nd. So it's going to miss your birthday.
They'll do something else for my birthday.
Probably. But UK and Ireland, and for anyone who buys them, they get a month of gameplay or whatever it's called.
That's cool. See what I was on here.
Right?
Camden would like that.
I know. I would totally buy it for them. Just so you could have that and I could eat the donuts.
Right.
So I could fill my belly. And become fluffy.
Yeah.
All right. And then there is a recall on the optical VR glasses, or the virtual reality headset. Optical has issued a recall because of their foam pads. You would think people would know by now. Don't buy foam and put it on your face.
Or replace it? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, they're giving free replacements.
That's nice.
They're giving a silicone replacement, and they're stopping sales right now, and they're going to start back up August 24th. What is it with around your birthday?
I know, they keep missing it.
I know. It just dawned on
It's
me.
a special day just for me, so nobody else can celebrate. That's
Right?
why.
So, yeah, so they're giving it, it's a very small percentage that's getting the skin irritations, but they're still offering the free coverings. So, whoever bought the Quest 2 headset, go get the silicone, because foam gets really disgusting. I don't know, especially the people who wear makeup.
Oh, yeah.
I was just looking at your eyes and thinking, wow.
Oh, so like that. Like
Yeah.
over your eyes is the Oculus. Sorry, that's how bad I am at geek stuff.
Yeah, it's okay. That's why I have you on here today. That and there was no one else.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I love you.
I can back up.
But, yeah, so get them, take care of them. They'll be good. Let's see. What do we got here? Oh, Intel CEO. For those who don't know, there is a huge shortage of microchips. Microchips right now. They are saying that it's because of the pandemic, obviously, demands on devices, which is caused because of the pandemic,
Everybody's stuck at home.
Right.
What are they going to do?
right? And we're producing too many kids.
Well, yeah.
And then our poor relationships with China, which, whatever. What they're planning on doing, which I thought was really cool, is that they're actually going to build capacitor manufacturing facilities in the U.S. and in Canada. So they're hoping that this won't do it, but it's going to be a year out till they can even build those.
Well, that'll be good for like jobs, increase jobs in the United States. That's good.
And it's going to take at least 2 years for us to finish up, or to catch up to what we were at. So that's that. One thing that is really important to know, if you guys are wanting to do Windows 11, it was announced in June. There is an illegal copy going out there, so people can actually try to install it, but it's packed full of malware. So make sure, like, if you have it, it's time to go to the thing. Don't install malware. We'll get back to Krystal and everyone soon. It was good talking to you guys. Talk to you in a bit. We're taking a quick break.
In northern Nevada, there's a one-of-a-kind home that provides temporary overnight lodging when veterans or family members are receiving medical care in the Reno area, some from hundreds of miles away. Too often, overnight accommodations are a financial and logistical challenge. Stephanie Tanksley and her husband are veterans who come for treatment from Bishop, California.
We were lucky enough to be connected to the guest house so that I could stay for 10 nights when my husband was in the hospital. So I was able to visit him every day. It was just a blessing.
Veterans Guest House is privately supported by individual and community donations from people like you who recognize our responsibility to support our heroes. And no government money is received for day-to-day operation of the house.
Please support this organization. The Veterans Guest House is an amazing resource for veterans. Supporting this organization is one of the best ways that you can donate your time and your money just to help our veterans and their families.
Find out how you can help at veteransguesthouse.org.
1 in 3 adults in America have pre-diabetes, but most don't know it. To let people know it can be reversed before it becomes type 2 diabetes, professional basketball player Julius Randle is doing everything in reverse.
I'm only dunking with reverse windmills. I drove the whole way to practice in reverse. I don't recommend it. This move's called the reverse shuffle. I do recommend it. And it took me months to learn how to speak in reverse, like this. Here's 10 almost for diabetes type 2 with living Ben has mama. In other words, my mom has been living with type 2 diabetes for almost 10 years. So together, we want to say to the 84 million Americans at risk, exercise and healthy eating can help reverse prediabetes. Start by taking a simple 1-minute risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
Bet he can't say that in reverse.
I'm Andrew Saul, Commissioner of Social Security. I'm here to warn you about telephone scammers pretending to be government employees. Some of these scammers may say threatening things like you will be arrested if you don't make payments or provide personal information. Do not fall for these tricks. These calls are not from us. Real Social Security employees will never threaten you for information or money. If you receive a call like this, hang up. Never give the caller your personal information, like your Social Security number or bank account, or send money in any form, cash, gift cards, wire transfers, or prepaid debit cards. Report the call to our law enforcement arm, the Office of the Inspector General, at oig.ssa.gov. Share this information with your friends and family.
This is America Matters Media on AM 1180 KCKQ, a Lotus broadcast station. The power of radio since 1967.
Welcome back to Geek Speak, sponsored by Datto. Datto is the world's leading provider of cloud-based software and security solutions, purpose-built for delivery by managed service providers. Datto solutions defend against costly downtime and data loss in servers, virtual machines, cloud applications, or anywhere data resides. This is Kenny McCormick, and thanks for listening. Hey everyone, my wonderful guest Krystal is here today with me. Krystal McCormick, the proud co-sponsor, or not co-sponsor, but co-host today of Geek Speak Radio and CFO of Keltic Fish, L.L.C. Hi.
Hi. I like your deep voice introduction.
Oh, do you? That's why you truly married me, isn't it?
Maybe.
All right. So, no script today. We're winging it. All right. So we have you on here because you're not a geek.
That's what they say.
You are not a geek. Other than your spreadsheets. I don't understand accountants and spreadsheets.
I'm a different kind of geek. How about that?
Yes. Every person in accounting that I know loves spreadsheets. Why?
It just makes me happy to see all the numbers lined up and, the formulas just calculating correctly.
It's just so weird.
Yeah. Really good at a 10 key just to double check the formulas.
Yeah, it's just really weird to me. But, okay, so accountants like 10 keys. Geeks like keyboards. Got it.
Totally.
Love it. Okay, so now you're the CFO of an IT company and you have wonderful IT experience through your husband and your children. Nothing else. But your husband is a child.
Well,
if I say so myself.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What is your biggest difficulties that you have working in that type of environment?
When you tell me to restart the computer.
That's number one, though.
I know, but I've already done that.
But that's number one.
Okay.
3 times.
Okay. Well, yeah.
You got to do it 3 times. Always 3.
Biggest difficulty, it makes me frustrated when I can't figure something out on my own. I think the only memory I have where I really had a big problem that was kind of funny was when I was working in accounting in a different place before children. And my monitor, I was, type 10 keying away at my accounting, and the monitor flipped, and so the monitor was kind of sideways. I was like, oh my gosh, what happened? What happened? I couldn't figure it out. I called IT, and I was like, okay, let me just start off by saying I'm blonde. And I can't figure out why my monitor's sideways. He's like, well, you could turn the monitor sideways. I'm like, no, I can't. Can we please fix this? And it was a super simple, I must have hit the control and arrow button or something, and I turned my screen sideways. So it was super simple. But I don't know. Updates happening, and then me complaining about the computer running really slow because they're updating in the background.
Yeah, that would.
So it's nice having an IT firm who takes care of those when I'm not working. So I appreciate that.
Good, you should. I know when you were coming into the office today, we were talking, and I got the update.
Yeah.
That freaking me out because I got Windows 11 updated because I'm doing the testing.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I'm going to function like that. Like.
Oh, with it just telling you, oh, by the way, you're updating. And
no, the whole, well, that too, because Microsoft drives me nuts sometimes, but I love them. But the going to a new operating system and having all this software that's not written for it. So I'm a little worried about that. But
oh, is yours? So that's where I had a question. Like, so Windows 11, is it going to be a huge difference? Like, is there a lot of change? I mean, or do you just not know yet until you actually start using it?
It's in beta testing right now. They announced that they were going to release it in June, and it's going to be released, and they're saying holiday 2021, which means anywhere from October to December of this year, it's going to be released. I haven't seen much about it. It looks very similar to Windows 10, so I'm hoping it's just like a service pack back in the day. But it kind of scares me because I've seen, like, over the years, like, you had XP, then to Vista.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh no, let's go to Windows 7. And then from Windows 7, they went to Windows 8, and they were like, oh no, it's a horrible thing. Windows 10.
So hopefully it's more of a smoother transition this time and just some good updates and not necessarily a lot of change.
Yeah, because, like, I know, like, Windows 8 was a whole back-end change that they wanted to try with this really pretty GUI interface. Windows 10 was basically the back end of Windows 7 with the pretty GUI interface.
I like the pretty.
Yeah. It's not always functional.
That's why I like Apple better on the phone. I think it's prettier and more organized.
No, it's, you should have married Chris.
No, then I couldn't irritate you.
Oh, okay, good point. And then, did I tell you about that? I went for a site walk yesterday.
Okay.
And there was just a random site walk, and the customer was having so many issues with their router. Like, they could not pass PCI, which is the credit card thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't know why he couldn't pass. And, like, looking at every single part of the thing, it was talking about his router. And he hasn't passed for a year. So he's just paying the $30 fee for not passing. But I looked at his paperwork and I was like, then logged into his router. He had no firewall up at all.
That's bad.
And, you know, the $30 fee comparative to buying new equipment.
Well, over a year. I mean, couldn't you get a new one?
Yeah, you could have got a nice one.
Yeah.
But it's more the liability was the issue, in my opinion, like the router. But the reason they bought the router is because it was super fast, and that's what they advertised.
So it's fast because it doesn't have a firewall?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because
that sounds dangerous.
Right?
It's playing risky.
Right? You know, most of the time, like these gaming routers that they're using, like, especially the one he had, it was super fast because it had no firewall. Because, like, you know, a true business router, it's looking at every single thing that's going through and making sure that it's protected. So, all that money he had spent, when I sent him total bill, I think it was like $250 at Amazon.
To get one that would be protective and...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was that TP link that I throw out at everyone, like, what's at our house.
Yeah. So that's why they need an easy IT guy to get a hold of and just ask these questions, because people just don't know.
Yeah.
They're just guessing.
Oh, yeah.
The salesman's like, yeah, this one's real cool. Because
yeah.
he's a gamer on his off time.
That's basically what I see. And a lot of people are going down to the big box stores.
Yeah, which is not towards businesses.
No. And they even if it just says business grade on it, it's really not sometimes.
Oh, really? Is that like it's just a ploy or?
Yeah, well, it can be used in business, but if it doesn't say small business routers, I wouldn't trust it.
Yeah, so a minimum of, it has to say small business.
That's what I look for in stuff, and then I start looking at all the information. And, like, he was working with another IT company, and I had told him, I was like, if you like your IT guy, stick with them. Just make sure that they're doing the right thing. Like,
well, yeah, you have to have a double check. You have to, even if you're hiring IT, maybe you should know a little tiny bit about it, just to make sure that stuff is
but
the compliance side.
Yeah, and for sure you want to at least make sure, like, you can pass your PCI. That's, like, very minimal in the business world, at least in my opinion.
Yeah.
And for those who don't know, PCI is for, I think it's like payment credit card industry standards.
So minimal personal information.
Yeah.
But it's enough information, though, that somebody can do some damage with it.
Yeah, if you're taking a credit card, you want to be as PCI compliant as possible. And there's a lot of steps or a lot of things during the scans, but if you can't pass that.
So is there like a site that you can go to that gives you like a checklist that you can go down to say, if you failed this part of your PCI compliance, go here?
When you, like, depending on what your credit card processor is, like when we do credit card processing for us, we use a gateway that's up in the cloud. We don't process anything and we don't touch anything. Our customers all input it.
Yeah.
That's why, I mean, we are within PCI compliant just because of other things we do. We're actually
we limit the liability because we chose to do that.
Yeah. But the individuals, what's the word I'm looking for? When they do run the scans, it gives you a list of what's wrong. And you just have to understand what it's saying.
So how could they find somebody who can understand what it's saying?
Find an IT guy who understands it. It's as simple as that. There's a lot of click box or hyperlinks that it'll give you. Mm-hmm. There's little blue lines for people.
Yeah.
But
oh, so they do give you like references to call or something?
They do, but it like pushes you to Microsoft or pushes you to.
And those aren't always very user friendly.
Yeah.
So for me, who's not super techie, I'm gonna get in there and go cross-eyed.
Yes, definitely. Like
so, Google local IT support, and call them and ask them if they're willing to help you with this.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And if you're in Reno,
yes,
then call us.
For sure. Because we're beautiful.
Yeah, and we're happy to help.
And you know, if you get a call from Krystal here, she's amazing.
Definitely.
But we gotta go. Thank you, Krystal, for being here.
Thanks for having me.
I love you. So, thank you for listening to Geek Speak, sponsored by Datto. This is Kenny McCormick, CEO of Keltic Fish, connecting our community one network at a time. Listen locally to Geek Speak on 1060 AM KFOY or on the web at americamatters.us.
This is America Matters Media Radio, heard worldwide on the web at americamatters.us and on KCKQ 1180 AM, Reno.